The human body is an incredible thing, but sometimes it goes way beyond what we think is normal. In today's video, we're diving into the weird, the wild, and the downright unexplainable. From rare conditions to mind-blowing transformations, these aren't your everyday body features. Some will amaze you, others might creep you out, but one thing's for sure. You won't believe these 25 strange body parts actually exist. So sit back, brace yourself, and get ready to ask the question we all will by the end of this video. How is this even possible? Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell. So let's get started. Hold on to your hats because you're about to meet the man with the world's longest nose. Mehmet Özürek from Turkey has a nose that measures a jaw-dropping 8.8 centimeters. That's over 3.4 inches long. Mehmet's incredible nose has earned him a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records, and it's not hard to see why. It's literally longer than most people's forearms. Imagine having a nose that long. It's truly astonishing. Mehmet says he's used to the stares and questions, but he takes it all in stride. He often finds himself the center of attention, but he handles it with grace and humor. He even sees his unique feature as a blessing, saying it helps him smell things others can't. Mehmet enjoys the heightened sense of smell, which he believes gives him an edge in appreciating the world around him. Now that's what I call a super sniffer. His sense of smell is so acute that he can detect scents from a distance that most people wouldn't even notice. Doctors believe Mehmet's extraordinary nose is due to a rare condition called rhinophima, which causes the tissues in the nose to grow excessively. This condition, while rare, has made Mehmet a unique individual. But Mehmet doesn't let his nose define him. He engages in various activities and enjoys spending time with his family and friends. He lives a full and happy life, proving that being different is something to be celebrated. Mehmet's story is an inspiring reminder that our unique traits make us special and should be embraced with pride. Meet Devendra Suthar, a construction worker from India, who holds a truly unique world record. He has the most fingers and toes of anyone alive. Devendra's story is one of resilience and adaptation, as he navigates life with an extraordinary physical trait. That's right, Devendra has a whopping 28 digits, 7 on each hand and 7 on each foot. This rare condition makes everyday tasks a bit more challenging, but Devendra takes it all in stride. Can you imagine trying to buy gloves? Finding a pair that fits all those fingers is nearly impossible. Or finding shoes that fit? Custom-made footwear is often the only solution for Devendra. Devendra says it can be a challenge sometimes, but he's learned to adapt. His determination and ingenuity are truly inspiring. He's even pretty skilled with his hands, working as a carpenter. His extra digits don't hold him back. In fact, they might even give him an edge in his craft. Doctors believe Devendra's extra digits are caused by a rare genetic condition called polydactyly. This condition can vary greatly in its presentation. It's more common than you might think, but having 7 fingers on each hand is incredibly rare. Most people with polydactyly have just 1 or 2 extra digits. Devendra says he's proud of his unique feature and sees it as a gift. He embraces his difference and uses it to inspire others. He's even become a bit of a local celebrity because of it. His community admires his positive attitude and the way he handles his unique situation with grace and humor. Okay, friends, let's talk about Joseph Williams. This is a story that will truly inspire you and make you rethink the limits of human potential. Now, Joseph's story is one that really makes you think about what's possible. It's a tale of resilience, determination, and the power of the human spirit. Imagine being born without a jaw, like literally no jawbone. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a life-altering condition. That's the reality Joseph has faced since day one. From the moment he was born, he had to navigate a world that wasn't built for someone like him. Can you even imagine? No jaw means no easy talking, no biting into a juicy burger. It's a whole different way of life. Eating, speaking, and even breathing can be a challenge. But here's the thing about Joseph, he doesn't let any of that stop him. He has an indomitable spirit that refuses to be defined by his physical limitations. Growing up, he faced so many challenges. School was tough, not just academically, but socially as well. Can you imagine the stares? The whispers, the feeling of being different in a world that often doesn't understand or accept differences? But Joseph, he's got this inner strength, you know? It's like a fire inside him that keeps burning no matter what. He learned sign language, he found ways to communicate, and he never let the limitations define him. He adapted and found his own voice in a world that couldn't hear him. Joseph's story is a reminder that no matter what obstacles we face, we all have the power within us to overcome them and live a life full of joy and purpose. His life is a beacon of hope, showing us that with determination and a positive attitude, we can achieve anything. Get ready to meet Mahogany Getter, a woman who is absolutely rocking her own definition of beauty. Her journey is nothing short of inspiring, and her story is a testament to the power of self-love and resilience. Mahogany was born with lymphedema, a condition that caused her leg to grow significantly larger than the other. This condition, which affects the lymphatic system, can lead to severe swelling and discomfort. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds really tough, and honestly, it was. Growing up, Mahogany faced numerous challenges, both physically and emotionally. The constant stares and whispers from people who couldn't understand her condition were a daily battle. Mahogany faced a lot of stares, whispers, and just plain old ignorance from people who couldn't see past her condition. It wasn't just the physical pain that was hard to bear, but the emotional toll of feeling different and misunderstood. But here's the thing about Mahogany, she's got this inner fire, this refusal to be defined by what other people think. She decided early on that she wouldn't let her condition dictate her life or her happiness. She decided to embrace her body, to love every single part of herself, and to show the world that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. Mahogany's journey to self-acceptance wasn't easy, but it was incredibly empowering. And let me tell you, she is rocking it. Mahogany didn't just stop at self-acceptance. She took it a step further by stepping into the world of modeling, a field often criticized for its narrow beauty standards. Mahogany became a model, and not just any model. She's out there breaking down barriers and challenging beauty standards. Her presence in the fashion industry is a bold statement that beauty is diverse and inclusive. She's showing the world that true beauty comes from within, from confidence, from self-love, and from embracing what makes you unique. Mahogany's confidence is contagious, and her story resonates with so many people who have felt marginalized or different. Mahogany's story is a powerful reminder that we don't have to fit into any mold. Her journey from self-doubt to self-love is a beacon of hope for anyone struggling with their self-image. We can create our own definitions of beauty, and we can celebrate the things that make us different. Get ready to be amazed by the incredible gape of Francisco Domingo Joaquim. This Angolan man holds the Guinness World Record for the widest mouth ever measured, stretching an unbelievable 6.69 inches wide. That's wider than a soda can. Francisco discovered his unique talent as a teenager and has been astounding audiences ever since. He can fit an entire can of soda in his mouth and even a glass bottle. His jaw seems to defy the laws of physics. Doctors believe Francisco's incredible flexibility is due to a rare condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which affects the connective tissues in the body. He's embraced his unique ability and uses it to entertain and inspire others, proving that being different is something to be celebrated. Hold on to your headphones because you're about to meet the man with the longest ear hair in the world. Radhakant Bajpai from India has ear hair that measures over 10 inches long. That's longer than most people's hands. Radhakant has been growing his ear hair for over 30 years, carefully washing and combing it every day. He's incredibly proud of his unique feature, and it's become his trademark. He even believes it brings him good luck. While some might find it unusual, Radhakant embraces his individuality and encourages others to do the same. He proves that being different is what makes life interesting. Next is Godfrey Baguma, a man whose face is like no other. Born in Uganda with a rare condition that caused extreme facial deformities, Godfrey has faced ridicule and hardship his entire life. But instead of letting the world break him, he turned his uniqueness into his greatest strength. Growing up, life was tough. Doctors struggled to diagnose his condition, and many people treated him as an outcast. Even his own parents abandoned him, leaving him to fend for himself. Yet despite all of this, Godfrey never gave up. Determined to make a living, he entered Uganda's Ugliest Man contest and won. But instead of feeling insulted, Godfrey saw an opportunity. He embraced the title, using it to launch a career in music and entertainment. Soon, he became famous. Not just for his appearance, but for his talent and charisma. With his deep, soulful voice and unique style, he started making a name for himself in the Ugandan music industry. People began to see beyond his looks and appreciate his talent. His songs spread across the country, and he became a symbol of perseverance. But perhaps the most inspiring part of his story is his personal life. Many doubted he would ever find love, but Godfrey proved them wrong. He married and started a family, showing the world that love is not about looks, it's about what's inside. Today, Godfrey Baguma is a man who refuses to be defined by his condition. He turned adversity into opportunity and inspired millions. His story is a reminder that true beauty comes from confidence, resilience, and a kind heart. Alright y'all, get ready to embrace those curves because next up, we got a woman who's redefining beauty standards one hip shake at a time. Meet Mikkel Raffinelli, the woman with the world's largest hips, and let me tell you, she is rocking every inch of them. Now Mikkel's got a figure that's anything but average. We're talking about hips that measure over 8 feet in circumference. That's wider than most doorways, folks. She's like a walking, talking hourglass, and she's got the confidence to match. You might think that in a world obsessed with thinness, Mikkel might feel pressured to conform, but guess what? She's laughing in the face of those unrealistic beauty standards. This woman loves her body, and she's not afraid to show it. She struts her stuff with pride, rocking those form-fitting dresses, flaunting those curves like a boss. She's a walking, talking reminder that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and that confidence is the sexiest accessory you can wear. Mikkel's story is a powerful message of body positivity, especially for women who are constantly bombarded with images of unrealistic body types. She's showing the world that you don't have to be a size 0 to be beautiful, you just have to be comfortable in your own skin. And that's what makes Mikkel so extraordinary. She's not just breaking down barriers, she's building a whole new runway for women to embrace their bodies, their curves, and their unique beauty. So let's hear it for Mikkel Raffinelli, the body confidence queen, reminding us all to love the skin we're in. Now, let's talk about this photo. At first glance, it looks like they have very long noses. These people belong to a tribe from northeast India. But why do their noses appear so long? Some say they are the only ones in the world with this unique feature. There are still many people and cultures in the world that remain unseen or undiscovered. So if you know anything more about this photo, feel free to share it and leave a comment below. This extraordinary individual is Abul Bajandar from Bangladesh, a man who earned the heartbreaking nickname, the Tree Man. Now this isn't just a catchy title. Abul suffered from a rare and incredibly debilitating condition called epidermodysplasia verruciformis. Imagine tree bark, rough and gnarled but growing all over your skin. That's what Abul lived with. This disease causes massive wart-like growths that resemble tree bark to sprout on the skin, and in Abul's case, they covered his hands and feet, making it nearly impossible to do even the simplest everyday tasks. Can you imagine trying to eat with hands that look like branches? Or trying to walk when your feet are covered in bark-like growths? This condition made life incredibly difficult for Abul. He couldn't hold his daughter, work, or even properly care for himself. It was like being trapped inside a wooden prison. But here's the thing about Abul. He never gave up hope. He underwent multiple surgeries, some incredibly complex and painful, to try and remove the growths. Doctors from all over the world were fascinated by his case, and people everywhere were rooting for him to get better. The surgeries offered glimpses of hope, moments where it seemed like Abul might finally be free from the clutches of this terrible disease. But the growths would often return, a cruel reminder that his fight was far from over. Despite the setbacks, Abul's spirit never wavered. He endured countless procedures, clinging to the hope of a normal life, a life where he could hold his daughter's hand, play with her, and simply experience the joy of living without the constant burden of his condition. Abul's story is a powerful reminder that even in the face of unimaginable challenges, the human spirit can endure. He taught us that hope, perseverance, and the will to fight for a better tomorrow can shine even in the darkest of times. His story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the unwavering desire to live a full and meaningful life, no matter the obstacles. Imagine being born without legs and still becoming one of the fastest, strongest, and most determined athletes in the world. This is the story of Zion Clark, a man who refuses to let anything hold him back. His journey is not just about sports. It's about resilience, determination, and proving that no obstacle is too big to overcome. Zion was born with caudal regression syndrome, a rare condition that prevented the development of his lower body. Abandoned by his parents, he grew up in the foster care system, moving from home to home. Life wasn't easy, and he faced many hardships, from bullying to self-doubt. But despite the challenges, he discovered his passion, wrestling. It became his escape, his way to prove to the world and to himself that he was just as capable as anyone else. Zion didn't just wrestle, he dominated. He trained harder than anyone else, pushing himself beyond limits, perfecting his upper body strength, balance, and technique. His opponents had legs, but he had something stronger, an unbreakable mindset. He refused to let his condition define him. Through sheer willpower, he became one of the toughest wrestlers in his league, inspiring countless others who watched him fight against the odds. His success didn't stop on the wrestling mat. Zion pushed himself even further, breaking multiple Guinness World Records, including the fastest 20-meter walk on hands and the highest box jump using only his arms. He took on wheelchair racing, bodybuilding, and even stepped into the world of professional MMA fighting. With every challenge he faced, he found a way to overcome it, proving that the body may have limitations, but the mind does not. Zion's motto is simple: no excuses. He believes that the only limits we have are the ones we place on ourselves. He's not just an athlete, he's a motivational speaker, an author, and an inspiration to millions. His story isn't just about sports or personal victories. It's about showing the world that success comes to those who refuse to quit. It's about proving that we can all rise above our circumstances, no matter how difficult they may seem. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember Zion Clark, the man who turned adversity into greatness. The man who showed the world that strength isn't just about muscles, but about heart, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in oneself. If he can do it, so can you. Get ready to be grossed out and amazed at the same time, because we're about to meet Claudio Pinto from Brazil, a man who holds a truly bizarre world record, the furthest eyeball protrusion. Now, I know what you're thinking. Eyeball protrusion, that's disgusting. And you're not wrong. But trust me, Claudio's ability is both fascinating and kind of unsettling. This guy can pop his eyes out of his sockets by a whopping 95%. I'm talking about eyeballs practically dangling out of his head. It's enough to make you want to look away, but you just can't help but be mesmerized. Claudio discovered his unusual talent when he was just 9 years old. He was making faces in the mirror, as kids do, when he realized he could push his eyes out further than he thought possible. At first, it freaked him out, understandably. But then he started showing off his bizarre skill to anyone who would watch. And let me tell you, people were both grossed out and impressed. He became a local celebrity, with people flocking to see the man who could make his eyes bulge out like a cartoon character. Scientists and doctors were baffled by Claudio's ability. They studied his eyes, trying to figure out how on earth he could do this without injuring himself. Turns out, Claudio has a unique physiological quirk that allows him to relax the muscles around his eyes to an extraordinary degree. But here's the thing. Claudio doesn't just pop his eyes out for shock value. He's actually used his unusual talent to help educate people about the importance of eye health. He's teamed up with eye doctors to teach kids about the importance of taking care of their vision, and his eye-popping antics never fail to grab their attention. Claudio's story is a reminder that sometimes the most unusual and even unsettling talents can be used for good. He's turned his weirdness into a platform for education and entertainment, proving that sometimes it pays to be different. Our next extraordinary individual is Jesus Aceves from Mexico, a man who's embraced his unique appearance and become known as the Wolfman. Jesus has a rare condition called hypertrichosis, which causes excessive hair growth all over his body. Imagine being covered head to toe in thick, dark hair. It's a condition that can lead to stares, prejudice, and even fear from others. But Jesus has refused to let his condition define him. Growing up, Jesus faced his fair share of challenges. Kids teased him relentlessly, calling him names like Wolf Boy and Monkey Man. It would have been easy to retreat into himself, to hide from the world that seemed so quick to judge. But Jesus chose a different path. He decided to embrace his unique appearance, to own his condition, and show the world that he wouldn't be defined by the hair that covered his body. He joined the circus, using his unusual appearance to entertain audiences and challenge their perceptions of what's considered normal. He became a local celebrity, known for his kindness, his humor, and his ability to make people smile. But Jesus' story is about more than just his appearance. It's about challenging our own biases and learning to see the humanity in everyone, regardless of how they look. He teaches us that true beauty lies in our differences, in our willingness to embrace what makes us unique, and to celebrate the diversity of the human experience. Jesus' story is a powerful reminder that we should never judge a book by its cover. Behind every face, every body is a story, a life filled with dreams, challenges, and triumphs. So the next time you encounter someone who looks different, remember Jesus Axioves, the wolfman who taught us to look beyond appearances and see the heart within. Next up, we're heading to Brazil, a country known for its vibrant culture, stunning landscapes, and passionate people. But today, we're diving into a story that takes bodybuilding to a whole new and somewhat controversial level. Meet Arlindo de Souza, a man whose name might not ring a bell, but his nickname certainly will. He's known as the Mountain. Arlindo was absolutely obsessed with having the biggest biceps in the world. And when I say obsessed, I mean it in every sense of the word. He wanted to be more than just a bodybuilder. He aimed to be a walking, talking, bicep flexing legend. Someone who would be remembered for his extraordinary physique. But instead of just hitting the gym and putting in the hard work, Arlindo decided to take a shortcut, one that was as dangerous as it was tempting. He began injecting a substance called synthol into his arms. Synthol is a sight enhancement oil that can make your muscles swell up, giving the illusion of massive gains without the effort. Now, synthol might sound like a miracle solution, but it's far from it. This oil can make your muscles look enormous, but it's all an illusion, a facade that hides the truth. The catch? It's incredibly risky and can have some seriously nasty side effects. We're talking about infections, abscesses, and even nerve damage. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They are severe health risks that can lead to long-term damage and even life-threatening conditions. For Arlindo, these risks became a harsh reality. His pursuit of those monstrous biceps came at a significant cost, and his body paid the ultimate price. The side effects were not just physical, but also emotional. The distress and regret were evident as he grappled with the consequences of his choices. This story serves as a cautionary tale about the dark side of body image obsession. It highlights the extreme lengths some people go to achieve what they perceive as the perfect physique, often ignoring the severe risks involved. True bodybuilding is about dedication, hard work, and respecting your body. It's a journey that requires patience and perseverance, not dangerous shortcuts. So let Arlindo's story be a reminder: there are no shortcuts to greatness. The real gains come from within, through effort, discipline, and a commitment to health and well-being. As we leave Brazil, let's take this lesson with us. Strive for greatness, but never at the expense of your health. After all, true strength comes from within. Huang Chun-kai, a man whose life has been a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Huang suffers from a rare genetic disorder called neurofibromatosis, a condition that causes tumors to grow along his nerves. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a life-altering condition that has shaped his entire existence. Neurofibromatosis is about as serious as it gets. The tumors can be disfiguring, painful, and can severely impact one's quality of life. For Huang, the tumors are predominantly on his face, making everyday activities a challenge. We're talking massive tumors, folks, that have altered his appearance to the point where he's often referred to as the Elephant Man of China. These tumors are not just a physical burden, but also an emotional and psychological one. Imagine living with that, day in and day out. The stares, the whispers, the constant battle to maintain a sense of normalcy. It's a struggle that many of us can't even begin to comprehend. Yet despite these overwhelming challenges, Huang handles it with a grace and spirit that is truly remarkable. His smile, his positive outlook, and his determination to live life to the fullest are nothing short of inspirational. He doesn't let his condition define him. Instead, he chooses to define his life by his actions, his interactions with others, and his unwavering spirit. Huang is an inspiration to everyone he meets, showing that true strength comes from within. This is a guy who could easily stay hidden away, avoiding the public eye and the judgment that often comes with it. Many in his situation might choose isolation as a means of coping, but Huang chooses a different path. He shares his story with the world, raising awareness about his condition and inspiring others to face their own challenges head-on. His courage in the face of adversity is a beacon of hope for many. We can all learn a thing or two from Huang's resilience and strength. His story is a powerful reminder that no matter what obstacles we face, we have the power to rise above them and make a positive impact on the world around us. Huang Chunkai is not just the Elephant Man of China. He is a symbol of human endurance and the indomitable spirit that resides within us all. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next story is a hairy one. You might think you've seen it all, but trust me, you haven't seen anything like this before. Get ready to meet someone who will redefine your understanding of body hair. Meet Yu Zhenhuan, a man who holds the Guinness World Record for being the hairiest man alive. Yes, you heard that right. Yu Zhenhuan has more hair on his body than anyone else on the planet, and he's proud of it. This isn't just a quirky fact. It's a testament to his unique place in the world. We're not talking about a little extra fuzz here, people. This is a full-on, all-over body hair situation. Imagine having hair covering 96% of your body. That's right, 96%. From his face to his toes, Yu is covered in a thick layer of hair that most of us can't even begin to imagine. Yu's body is covered, and I mean covered, in hair. It's not just a few patches here and there. It's a dense, almost fur-like covering that makes him stand out in any crowd. This condition, known as hypertrichosis, is extremely rare, affecting only a handful of people worldwide. But Yu doesn't let it hold him back. It's a rare condition, but Yu's embraced it. Instead of hiding away or feeling ashamed, Yu has chosen to live his life to the fullest. He smiles, he laughs, and he goes about his daily activities just like anyone else. His confidence is truly inspiring, showing us all that it's possible to embrace what makes us different. He's not hiding in the shadows. He's out there living his life, fur and all. Whether he's walking down the street, interacting with fans, or attending events, Yu is always in the spotlight, and he handles it with grace and poise, never letting the attention get to him. His presence is a reminder that we can all be comfortable in our own skin, no matter what. And there you have it. 25 strange body parts that'll leave you speechless. The human body truly is full of surprises, and today we saw just how far nature, and sometimes people, can push the limits. Which one shocked you the most? Or have you ever seen something this unbelievable in real life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss more jaw-dropping content like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay amazed.